Brilliance Audio presents Hap and Hazard and the End of the World by Diane DeSanders, performed by Dara Rosenberg. "That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen," Daddy shouts, glaring across to the other car as if to pick a fight. "Just look at that piece of junk." We rotate our gazes to the maroon Lincoln beside us at the traffic light, to the tune of Daddy's ongoing, "What a pile of horseshit. The streamlining is all wrong. Just look at that line. Look at it, Jane, look at it." Streamlining. Streamlining. What is that? The three people in the Lincoln look over at us round-eyed, as if to say, "What?" It's the end of summer now, and car windows are down. Mama looks straight ahead, out the front window. "Please, Dick," she says. Daddy lets the Lincoln pull away first, urging us all to consider the car's rear end. "Look at that!" He's yelling to Mama now. "They just don't get it. The whole thing is out of balance. No sense of proportion, absolutely no grace." I'm leaning out into the wind, looking, trying to figure out what balance, proportion, and grace might mean. The fittings are trash. They say you can't get one that doesn't have a right front door rattle. And you should see the dashboard. The glove box door doesn't fit. Parts are not flush. How could they let a thing like that leave the factory? It wouldn't happen at General Motors, I can tell you that. And what kind of an idiot would be seen in something like that? Daddy believes in General Motors. Mama glances back at me. "Please, Dick," she starts weakly. But there's no stopping him now. Daddy hits the gas. And that color, pretentious and murky at the same time. It has no class at all. It doesn't know the meaning of class. A Studebaker glides by, and then he really starts to yell. We power roar past the Lincoln and the Studebaker in our shiny sea-green Cadillac. Me still leaning out the window, pigtails slapping my cheeks, squinting back at the Lincoln and the Studebaker, trying my best to detect their inferior qualities. And what is the meaning of class? I turn around and lay my elbow out the window, my face into the wind, the same as Daddy's, listening to everything said between the two of them. Me in the back with Annie, her legs sticking to the warm leather seats. Annie sits frozen, staring wide-eyed at Daddy like a small animal in danger. The baby, up front with the two of them, starts to fuss and cry. Mama's keeping what she has to say to herself. Daddy keeps looking over at Mama, his chin thrust forward over the steering wheel, as if he's saying and doing all this for her reaction. But Mama keeps her face blank. We've been at Brook Hollow Country Club for an early dinner. Daddy's still talking as we pull into the A&W root beer stand near Love Field on the way home. "But we just ate, Dick," says Mama. "Well, I'm thirsty, Jane. Do you mind?" "No, okay. Let's all have root beer." She opens her door. "Besides, it's hot." He's still talking as we all get out. We always get out to eat or drink, as our cars are always for sale. Mama says everything we have is for sale, and she's lucky she's not for sale as well. We drink our root beer standing up, the creamy foam running down the heavy, cold mugs. Annie spills hers down her dress and cries, and Mama cleans her up. No matter how hot it gets, Mama looks cool. We hold the frosty mugs to our faces and arms. It's September, but still almost as hot as summer now, when everything both cold and hot is sticky and dripping into driving dust. Daddy's still talking about how General Motors management is so sharp, so forward-looking, so ahead of the pack. How the new Oldsmobile will sell like hotcakes in the fall. Such a step forward, so streamlined. Such great new colors. How he hears everything from a designer up there. A pal of his from General Motors Training Institute. What a draftsman this man is. And what a slick guy. How this is only the beginning of the new things to come.